Welcome to the channel, everyone. And before we get into the video, um, in warfare, you got to know your enemy, right? So you know how to fight it and who's fighting on behalf of that enemy, right? So this next month or month and a half, I'm going to be exposing the kingdom of darkness. Who are they? Identifying them and all that, right? And it's all in the Bible. And before you take what I'm putting out there, read it yourself. Don't believe some guy on YouTube, right? And look it up yourself and let Jesus confirm this stuff for you. Okay. But anyways, so we're going to start with Leviathan. And who is Leviathan, or this Leviathan? So Isaiah 27:1. In that day, the Lord with the sword and great strong sword shall punish Leviathan, the piercing serpent, even Leviathan, that crooked serpent, and he shall slay the dragon that is in the sea. Again, are there any, let's say, pagan gods like this, right? Tiamat, Hela, and stuff like that. But anyways, I'm going to be getting into that. So now we have a dragon in the sea that's going to be slain by God. Who is this dragon? So, it is Enoch, 1st Enoch, chapter 60. I'd stay away from Second Enoch and 3rd Enoch. But 1st Enoch is definitely a legit good book. I don't believe it's scripture, but anyways. Okay, this is this verse here. It's all jumbled because you'll see 25 here. Got to remember, Book of Enoch is kind of fragmented. But anyways, and on that day were two monsters parted, a female monster named Leviathan, to dwell in the abysses of the ocean, over the fountains of the waters. But the male is named Behemoth, who occupied with his breast a waste wilderness named Dudain, on the east of the garden where the elect and righteous dwell, where my grandfather was taken up, the seventh from Adam, the first man whom the lords of spirits created. Yeah. So we have this Leviathan, right, being put into the oceans. And pay attention to this. And over the fountains of the waters. This is going to play a key role here. Yeah. Ezekiel 31:4. The waters made him great. So this is talking about the Assyrian, right? I brought it up in last week's video. The deep set him up on high with her rivers running about his plants, and sent out her little rivers unto all the trees of the field. This is basically saying she's creating these gods, right? Or at least empowering them. Very interesting. Check this out. Tiamat. Tiamat, a Babylonian personification of salt water, who is generally depicted as a dragon. Ready? Created the first gods out of her union with Apsu. Is Apsu Behemoth? Okay. And the personification of first water, according to the Enuma Elish, the Babylonian creation epic, she was eventually destroyed by the god Marduk. This very well could be Baal or Hadad, because you see Baal kind of usurps, this kingdom and all that. But anyways, that'll be a video down the road. Okay, who split her body in half. The top portion of her body became the sky, and the bottom became the earth, and her tears created the Tigris and Euphrates river. She is considered the mother of all, and the Babylonian gods are her descendants. Interesting. So we have here in Ezekiel, the waters made him great. The deep set him up on high with her rivers, running about his plants, and sent out her little rivers unto all the trees of the field. Right? She's watering these guys. She's getting these gods up to a higher power, per se, right? And we're going to see right here. Okay. Genesis 1:2. And the earth was without form and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep. Okay. And the Spirit of God moved upon the face of the waters. Just wait until you see this. What do you see on hell's face right here? Now, this is the Norse goddess Hel. She is the ruler of Niflheim, which has fountains in it. But anyways, so if you look, she's got darkness on her face right here. And darkness was upon the face of the deep, right? And darkness was upon the face of the deep, aka death. Very interesting. Here's another one, right? And let's go. Another one. And darkness was upon the face of the deep. Okay. And we got to remember, there's a female monster named Leviathan to dwell in the abysses over the ocean and over the fountains of the waters. Now we're getting somewhere. Oops. Isaiah 54:18. For thus saith the Lord that created the heavens, God himself that formed the earth and made it. He hath established it. He created it not in vain. Okay. So right here. It's the same word right here. Tohu. So Genesis 1:2. And the earth was without form and right here. Form and void. Tohu. Right here he's saying, Isaiah 45, God himself formed the earth and made it. He hath established it. He created it not in vain, not formless, right? Not void. He formed it to be inhabited. I am the Lord, and there is none else. So, I believe where it says darkness was upon the face of the deep, it's talking about Tiamat, or Hela, whatever you want to call her. Leviathan is probably a better word. Right here, in Ezekiel 31:4. So this is why I call her the deep. Because the Bible, that's what the Bible calls her. So the deep set him up on high with her rivers. Yeah. Sorry. Revelation 17:16. And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate that word, this word here, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. Okay. What is going on here, guys? Why do they always fight against each other? Okay, now we're going to see the 10 kings. So we have 10 horns, right? Okay, at Atlantic Ocean, blah, 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 erase speculation of Plato's Lost Island. This is where the map titled Atlantis Insula. Okay, here we go. Plato wrote, it's right here, and I'll put all these in the description. I apologize for not putting it in the last one. I spaced it, don't know why. I can be an idiot at times, but yeah. Plato wrote that these 10 rulers were the sons of Poseidon: Atlas, Gadarius, Ampheris, Avamon, Nisus, I can't say this one, Autochton, Elaspus, Mestor, Azaeus, and Diaprepes. So we have this Poseidon who had these 10 kings of Atlantis, right? They were his sons. That's what this is. These 10 horns. Remember, those 10 horns had crowns on top, right? And we learned last week, and I'm going to be going over Lucifer as well. I'm going to be doing a full video on him, which I've already done it plenty of times, but it's going to be a more in-depth, I'll just say. And it talks about in Isaiah 14, oh, hath the oppressor ceased. That golden city ceased. So, why did I bring up Genesis 1:2? So between 1:1 and 1:2, there's something happening here. the earth was destroyed, right? What's going on here? Because God didn't, God created to be formed and inhabited. But right here it says the earth was without form and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep, right? So this is when I believe Satan and Lucifer and all these guys fell. This is when they started their little rebellion. Excuse me. Now, why does the kingdom of darkness seem to hate each other, right? And for all my Warhammer 40k fans, it's the same thing that goes on with demons, right? In Warhammer 40k, it's the same thing, man. They're always fighting against each other. They'll come together for a common goal, but they still want to be the one in power, basically, right? So, to do this is First Enoch chapter 10. Okay, and proceed against the bastards and the reprobates, and against the children of fornication, and destroy the children of fornication. The children of the watchers from amongst men, these are the sons of God in Genesis 6, right? Okay, and cause them to go forth. Send them one against the other, that they may destroy each other in battle. For the lengths of days shall they not have. See, it was a curse that God put on these entities and the Nephilim and their gods and stuff like that they're going to be fighting against each other. This is where the clash of the Titans comes in and all that, right? All right. So Deuteronomy 33. And so we see here in Revelation 17, it says, the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast. So the beast and these 10 horns shall hate her, and shall make her desolate and naked. So these are her offspring doing this. Can you imagine if your offspring came and, did that to you and all that? I wouldn't put it past behind this day and age. So, my goodness. Okay. Is that the one? Yes. Okay. Deuteronomy 33:13. And of Joseph he said, Blessed of the Lord be this land, or his land, for the precious things of heaven, for the dew. Now pay attention to this part. For the deep that coucheth beneath. Okay? This is what it's talking about. So Niflheim. In Norse mythology, the cold, dark, misty world of the dead, ruled by the goddess Hel. In some accounts, it was the last of 9 worlds, a place into which evil men passed after reaching the region of death. Situated below the roots of the world tree, Yggdrasil, Niflheim contained interesting, Verglimmer, from which many rivers flowed. In Norse creation story, Niflheim was the misty region north of the void, Gunungagap, in which the world was created. So, she is the ruler of the deep in the bottomless pit and stuff like that, right? She's under the earth or wherever, in this realm, right? The realm of death. And wherever that is, But anyways, because in, the Bible talks about the shadow of death, right? And in this verse is the deep, no. And darkness was upon the face of the deep. We have this here, right? Death. So there's this, whatever it is, dark energy or whatever it is that's corrupting all of us, right? So makes us wonder what happened with Adam and Eve. Was it just good and evil, or was it the knowledge of this darkness, right? So very interesting stuff. Job 5:14. They meet with darkness in daytime and grope in the noonday as in the night. So it's saying here they meet with darkness in daytime. So it's not just saying they meet at night. They're meeting with this thing, this whatever it is, is it this realm, right? This interdimensional realm or whatever it is, they're meeting with it. Could it be, the deeper self or whatever, just interesting stuff. Okay. So I brought this up last time, and we see that the eighth, right, was the son of the serpent right here. And the bites of the serpent and the smitings which befall through the noontide heat. The son of the serpent named Tabiet. Okay. I was supposed to do, where is it? Yeah. Let me find it, guys. I apologize. You know what? Yeah. Oh, well. So we're going to see right here. You know what? No, I better do Poseidon. Hold on a second. Go here. Poseidon, an ancient Greek religion. Yeah, I had this up before. Where in the heck did it go? Okay, sorry. Earth, the god of the sea, earthquakes, and horses. He is distinguished from Pontus. And let's go to Isaiah 14. Might as well. I have to reach all the way over here because my laptop's on this side, so that's why it's slow. We'll just go here real quick. No, actually this. This is a lot easier. So, Isaiah 14:4. And thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon, and say, how hath the oppressor ceased? The golden city ceased. So, I think Lucifer is Poseidon. And he's got 10 sons, right? But he's called the god of the sea and the god of earthquakes, right? Well, he comes up out of this, the beast comes up out of the sea. And where is it? Okay, here we go. Verse 16. This is right after it explains, Lucifer. This is what it says. They that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, saying, is this the man that made the earth to tremble and did shake the kingdoms? Right? Poseidon, the earthquake god, and the beast of the god of the sea and all that. Sounds a whole lot like the beast of Revelation, doesn't it? Now, why am I bringing this up? Yeah. He is distinguished from Pontus, the personification of the sea, and oldest Greek divinity of the waters. The name Poseidon means either husband of the earth, but check this out, or lord of the earth. Okay. Traditionally, he was the son of Kronos and of Kronos' sister and consort, Rhea. Leviathan and Behemoth. So the reason why God had to separate these two because of some shenanigans, it looks like. They were trying to basically, what the kingdom of darkness wants to do, they want to usurp God's creation and they want to change it, right? They want to make it into their creation, right? They can't make their own stuff, so they have to hijack it and then inject their genomes and whatever, you know? So they're basically terraforming the earth. But, anyways, and they want us gone, replaced, and enslaved, basically. Okay. Oh, I did have it up. Oops. No, no. Okay. Anyways, so, hold on. And there came one of the seven angels which had seven vials, and talked with me, saying unto me, Come hither, I will show unto you the judgment of the great beep that sitteth upon many waters. So now you can see who this lady is, right? That Revelation is talking about. With whom the kings of the earth have committed fornication, and the inhabitants of the earth have been made drunk with the wine of her fornication. So he carried me away in the spirit in the wilderness, and I saw a woman sit upon a scarlet colored beast, full of names and blasphemy, having 7 hands and 10 horns. And if you don't know what this is talking about, I did a video last week talking about the seven kings of darkness and the eighth beast, the beast or the son of the serpent, being the eighth. And the woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet color, and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls, having a golden cup in her hand full of abominations and filthiness of her fornication. And upon her forehead was the name written, Mystery, Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots and abominations of the earth. And I saw a woman drunken with the blood of the saints and the blood of martyrs of Jesus. And when I saw her, I wondered with great admiration. And the angel said unto me, Wherefore didst thou marvel? I will tell you thee the mystery of the woman and the beast that carrieth her, which hath 7 heads and 10 horns. The beast that thou sawest, ready, pay attention to this, was, so it means he was before John's day, okay, and is not, so he's not in John's day, and shall ascend out of the bottomless pit. Okay, Isaiah 14. For thou hast said, or verse 13, and said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of God. I will sit also upon the mount of congregation in the sides of the north. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High. Who does that sound like? Ready? Yet thou shalt be brought down to hell, to the sides of the pit. Okay. And Poseidon, why am I bringing up Poseidon? Well, we see he's the offspring of Cronus and Rhea. Interesting. So Cronus, Rhea, the children, Thetis, Triton, Rhodes. Oh, wait, no. Never mind. Oh, I did the wrong one. Oh, well. But basically, Kronos and Rhea created the 12 of the pantheon in Greece, right? And in my opinion, all over the world, right? She created gods all over the world. But it's interesting. It's right there in the Bible. I'm not giving you guys something new. You know, this is what the disciples would have believed. It's just we kind of gotten from this stuff, you know. And I do want to say something too, you know, is you'll get, well, the Bible just copied everyone, right? Except for the fact that it exposes these guys and the commandments are different. Everything's different about it. It's not do as thou wilt. There's some rules, right? There's and the fact that it predicts Jesus thousands of years before he was even born, you know, and even in I'll bring that up too here. And I'm going to be talking about Jesus before the cross, which is going to be interesting. And yeah, anyways, I'll save that until then. Okay. Behold now, Behemoth, which I made with thee, right? Now he's talking about he made it with us or whatever, but hold on. Okay. Look on everyone that is proud and bring him low, and tread down the wicked in their place. Hide them in the dust together, and bind their faces in secret. Then will I confess unto that thine own right hand can save thee. Behold now, Behemoth, which I made with thee, he eateth grass as an ox. Lo now, his strength is in his loins, and his force is in the navel of his belly. He moveth his tail like a cedar. I don't think hippopotamuses or rhinos have a tail like a cedar. But I digress. The sinews of his stones are wrapped together. His bones are strong pieces of brass. His bones are like bars of iron, right? So something happened, right, that turned both these guys rotten. Chapter 41. Canst thou draw out Leviathan with a hook, or his tongue with a cord? Now, notice this isn't talking about the deep. So there are many Leviathans. That's what I wanted to bring up last time. There are many behemoths. Now, I don't know if that's true today, but back then, that's what it seems like. There's good and bad ones, right? Just like anything, like seraphim. There are good seraphim, bad seraphim, like Satan, right? But anyways, canst thou draw out Leviathan with a hook, or his tongue with the cord which thou settest down? Canst thou put a hook into his nose, or bore his jaw through the thorns? Will he make many supplications unto thee? Will he speak soft words unto thee? Okay. Now pay attention to this. Will he make a covenant with thee? Wilt thou take him for a servant forever? And wilt thou play with him as with a bird? Or wilt thou bind him for thy maidens? Now let's go down a little bit here. I want to show you there's fire that comes out of his nose. Okay, right here. They are this is verse 18. By his sneezings or neezings, that's probably sneezing, a light doth shine. Ready? And his eyes are like the eyelids of the morning. Wait a minute. So let's go to Isaiah 14. You know how actually Book of Enoch, not that one. Book of Enoch calls him the son of the serpent, right? Judgment consumption till the day of judgment, for it caused me. No, that's not it. Okay, right. And the children of man, all the wicked smitings of the spirits and demons, and the smitings that befall noontide, and the son of the serpent named Tabiet. Well, right here. Or verse 12. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? Things that make you go, Yeah. So we got that part. Now, this is interesting. This is more proof that there are, more than just one Leviathan. So Amos 9:3. And though they hide themselves in the top of Carmel, actually, I should read the whole thing, man, because this is interesting. Because we have people doing this today, right? And I saw the Lord standing upon the altar, and he said, smite the lintel of the door, that posts may shake, and cut them off in the head, all of them. And I will slay the last of them with the sword. He that fleeth them shall not fleeth away, and he that escapeth of them shall not be delivered. Though they dig into hell, thence shall mine take them, or my hand take them. Now, what's interesting is hell, that word hell comes from Hela, right? Or hell. It's either hell or Hela. Both are fine. The goddess of the underworld. So it's very interesting. Okay, thence shall mine hand take them. Though they climb up to heaven, right? Thence will I bring them down. Interesting. Are these like ships and stuff like that? But and though they hid themselves in the top of Carmel, I will search and take them out thence. And though they hide from my sight in the bottom of the sea. Interesting. Remember, they're digging. But anyways, and though they go into captivity, and though they hide from my sight in the bottom of the sea, thence will I command the serpent, and he shall bite them. So it's probably talking about this guy right here. Or not that guy. This guy. Job chapter 41. So, 1 Corinthians 2:9. But as it is written, eye hath not seen, nor ear heard, neither have entered into the heart of man the things that which God hath prepared for them that love him. So I like to end on good notes. Most of the time, anyways. But, we have these RPG games and you got this high fantasy stuff and all that, right? Even that doesn't compare to what God has in store for us. We got Leviathans, we got behemoths, we got cherubims, we got seraphims, you know what I mean? It's going to be awesome. And I just wanted to bring that up because, we're supposed to be the leader, excuse me, leaders in the supernatural. But yet when somebody comes up to a pastor and says, I've seen aliens or whatever it is, they tell them to go see a therapist, But anyways, I want to thank all of the new subscribers and thank you for making that video last week take off like wildfire. But thank you. You guys are awesome. I can't do this without you guys, but thank you. Anyways, you guys have a wonderful day.